This could be the beginning of one of those episodes of, I shouldn't be alive or something. But first, coffee, because coffee is always a necessity before a life-threatening event. Hey, I'm going somewhere super fun. Come on, let's go. The Gamboa Rainforest Reserve and Resort is about 2 hours from El Valle and only about 40 minutes from Panama City. If you're spending time in Panama City, this is a great option to get out and see jungle, rainforest, and a gazillion species of birds and animals. I think there are 166 rooms at the resort. This room was huge. It had a little refrigerator. It had a bathtub, which was kind of cool. I think all the balconies had hammocks like this one. That was really nice. And there was a small coffee maker. I think 2 televisions, one in the living room and one in the bedroom. The bed was very comfortable. There were nice fluffy pillows. The air conditioning worked very well. That's always a nice benefit to have if you like to sleep a little cooler in the evenings. Huge bathroom, big closet in the bathroom. I think it's set up for people who might be settling in for a couple of weeks or maybe a month. I don't know if they have long-term rates available for that, but certainly the rooms are sufficient for a long-term stay. All right, I'm excited. I love hotels. I love going somewhere new. Thank you, Linda and David, for the opportunity. All right, I'm gonna put my bubbly water in the fridge and go explore something. It's midday, so I might go for a swim, or I can go on try and find the pipeline trail. I'm gonna go check things out. I made a smart choice by opting for the pool because it was like 12:30. I've done the opposite before in Panama City and really regretted it. During those midday hours, you want to be inside, in the shade, or in the water. This pool was spectacular. This isn't even part of the pool, I don't think. I don't know if anybody swims at this top level, but then you go down to the next level and it's a huge pool. It's only about 4 feet deep all the way across. It was just incredible. And there was only one person in there. The hotel was relatively uncrowded. There was a group of attorneys from California there for a conference. It was a little surreal sitting in the dining room at night and hearing all this English being spoken. It was kind of like I was transported back to California. Walking around the property, especially inside, it kind of became clear that there was a lot of history to this hotel. And while I didn't go on any of the tours that were organized, I did want to search someone out who could give me a little bit of the story of how this place came together. There was the ironwork, the detail that went into that to put all those leaves onto all of that ironwork. having remodeled a house, I know the level of time and money that it takes to have that kind of ironwork. That's why I opted not to have it. And so to see it throughout this whole property was pretty amazing. I really appreciated the indoor-outdoor design of the hotel lobby. Really beautiful. It'd be really nice to have a water feature like that inside, but they can be problematic, especially in the tropics. I got pretty lucky by meeting Natalia Castillo. She's been a tour guide at the resort for 14 years, and here she shares her wisdom.
Okay, so I'm a tour guide in the Hotel Gamboa. So I've been here more than 14 years working in the hotel. So I've seen this place for a lot of time, and I see nature, and I love it. Okay, the Panama Canal was built in 1914, actually finished 1914. But then they were building the canal, and they need a town that was near to the construction of the canal. So they made this town that is called Gamboa. And then the people that they work in the Panama Canal, they were living right here, families. Right next to the hotel, we still have some of those houses. They're very, like, when you get in the hotel, you come back to the 40s. And then these houses, they were built with, some of them have redwood, which is amazing. And then the houses, they have 4 families. Each house that you see in the way you get in the hotel, they used to live 4 families. And most of the families, they were part of the members of the Panama Canal, so the engineers, they used to live here. Then in 1999, most of the Americans, they have to come back to the United States. So then this becomes a ghost town. So then the hotel was in a national park that is called Soberania. So then we are actually next to, and then the hotel used to be a golf course, 9 holes golf course. And then the hotel where we are right now, it was a golf course, and in front of the golf course, which is here, it was this place that it was the Gamboa Country Club. We still see this tree right next to. It's right here. So this tree is 88 years old, because we can count when it was taken, the photo was taken, and the person that planted the seed, he used to work here. So it's a lot of history of the hotel. So then they told me, I have a friend of mine, which is the captain from the hotel. He told me that when he was a child, he is from an Indian tribe that is just like 20 minutes from here by boat. He told me he likes to come here, he was 10 years old. He likes to come here to this club to sell fish in 5 cents, tilapia fish, to see ladies wearing bikinis. So then he told me that because, you know, I wasn't here. I came here when it was maybe 1998 with my dad, because my dad, he helped he has some friends that have American friends, and they were moving. They were taking the things from their houses to come back to the States. So I remember my father taking the things in the car, and the soccer balls and everything from the house, and moving them to the city. So then I saw the place, but I never had the chance to meet someone that lived and how it used to be to play here and live here and pick mangoes from the trees. It's interesting when they come back, because actually they are in the United States now. Most of them live in Florida. And they come back, and they got this kind of words that we pronounce in Panama. You know, Spanish, if you are from Colombia, if you are from Panama, you have different slangs. So then they come back, and they have these Panamanian slangs, which is funny because they're blunt, and then they speak like a Panamanian. So they're Panamanians, actually. So that's how we used to be the house. We're going to see the tree now, how he looks like now. This is the national tree of Costa Rica, which is called Guanacaste, and we call it Corotu in Panama, and that's why the restaurant is called Corotu, because of this tree. They actually have to modify the plans of the hotel, because the idea was to have rooms here and rooms right here, okay, right next to the hotel, just like this. But there was a beautiful tree in between, so they want to keep it, and that's why now we have a ramp that we have to walk a lot, but we save the tree. So it's about 160 rooms. We got the hotel. Right here is where the golf course used to be. And if you see, we have some mountains where we have the aerial tram, and then we have the marina in this side. And you can do walks in the morning to see toucans, and if you want to see wildlife by yourself, you can do it. So then it's really hard to find information about what happened here, because when they come back to the States, it's like you have a book and then you keep it and you close it. So it was pretty hard for us because we always have guests that they want to know. When you come here, you see the furniture, you know there's a lot of story here. So then they want to know, and then the tour guides and our manager, we decided to do a tour which is called Gamboa Town, that is been happening for less than 1 year. So actually then it's interesting because you came now, and then I'm actually maybe 60% full with information. Like before, maybe I couldn't tell you that much.
Oh, wow.
And because of the guests, this lady that she helped me, Caroline, she helped me to know a little bit more about the hotel. But then probably in libraries we can find more things. I remember when I was in the university, I saw a program, it was on television, and they have this kind of tape recordings about I know the Butterfly House used to be a horse riding area. So I saw the kids with, how you call them, ponies? The little ponies. I saw the kids running, like riding the ponies right there. And I recognized the place really well. Like, oh, that's the Butterfly House. So it's very interesting. Then the indigenous people, they used to live here to help the Americans. Like they actually pay them and they give them land. And that's actually the reason why we have an indigenous tribe here. Because they brought, and then it's interesting.
That the Wunan?
The Wunan and the Mbera.
Okay.
They're two tribes that they look the same, but they have different languages. And they came here from Darien, that's close to Colombia, and then they came here, two families, to train the army from United States in survival training, actually right here. And then they have, these specific names. I just forgot, but it was like a number for an island that they used to do training there. I have guests that they tell me, yes, I was here training. The training was in case of the capsules that they went to the moon. They fall in a place like Panama that is super hard to survive. There's a lot of, snakes and tarantulas, and you don't know what to eat. The native people, they could find vines and they cut vines and they get water from vines. They can tell you which plants are edible. So actually that's the reason why they came here for the training. And now it's interesting because we have an army from the States and an army from other countries now visiting the hotel, having a meeting, and then that brings you back to that time. Okay, the owner, his name is Herman Byrne.
And still the same?
He's okay. After pandemic, now his son is in charge, but of the family, they stay, and then the brand of the family is called Byrne, which looks like a flag with a black bear that is actually from Switzerland. I don't know if you've seen that town. It's called Berne.
So they're a developer then also, right?
Exactly.
Are they the developer?
They're actually the owners, and then they get a concession. It's important to tell you that this is not a private hotel. This is a concession because we are in a national park border, so then they have a concession for 40 years. The end of December, we're getting dry season beginning. So we have this kind of bright sun, and then everything is so fresh because it was raining for a lot of time. So then it's green, and then the sun is like on the green plants. So that's a good time. But then I love animals, so the best I can tell you the best time to do a tour in the Hotel Gamboa is after a heavy rain, as we got this morning. For sure, everybody's been coming back really, really happy, and it's because the animals are just like humans. They get wet, And after I get like in a rain shower, or maybe I take a shower, I really want a coffee and I want a chocolate and I want to eat bread. So the animals are the same. So they just wake up and then they want to look for something to eat. So then they're active. So if it's interesting, but then many people come and when they see the rain, like heavy rain, they're like, oh, but I take them. I'm like, no, wait until the rain finish. And that's the perfect time for do a tour to see activity of toucans, monkeys, even butterflies.
And do you offer night tours?
We do have. We have, when you're staying at the hotel, there is one that is included. There is one that is a courtesy. So it's always when you come, if you want to do it 4 times, because it's 4 times happening at night, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30. We're looking for our almost pets, which are caimans. There's 2 caimans that they're nearby, and they get really close to us. So they're not dangerous. They're vegetarians. Yeah, I've been working here about 14 years. And every day I come, it's like I just clean my glasses and I see something new. If you want to get involved in nature, if you want to escape a little bit from the traffic and from the noise, I love silence. I love to be in a place which is green and give you energy. If you want to see that, if you want to get, like, in the moment you get in the lobby, I don't know if it happens to you, but the size of the windows is just let you see the landscape. So in the moment you get in the lobby, you're like, wow, that's the first thing we actually say. And every morning I come, it's the same thing. Like every day is different, like the light is different. If you come at 8, 9, 10, it's different actually colors that I didn't pay attention before. Now that I have so many guests coming from other countries, you tell me, like, can you see the variety of green colors are in each plant? And now I can see like that. So for sure, I know you will like it. I advise you to come in the morning, then you can actually, if it rains in the afternoon, you already did the morning, or if we got a heavy rain, just come, and then in the afternoon we can do tours just like now that are happening. And I know you will love it, because nature is, nature teaches you a lot. You learn a lot from nature. And I always tell this, I have a guest, a lady, she has a son, and they were doing, in that time we have a snake house. I didn't like snakes because in my culture snakes represent evil, like something bad. So I relate
You got
snakes.
over that because of your earrings.
You see my earrings. So I was really afraid. But then we got a snake house, and then they have this snake that it was called Gabriela, and she was from South Africa. Then we come back to history. Cleopatra, the Egyptian, she in the paintings that are show of her, she has a snake around her hand. So I saw the pictures before, but I didn't pay attention to it. And then this snake is actually holy in the South Africa because the snake doesn't bite and it's really shy and she's beautiful. So then I could have the chance to meet Gabi, and then they trained me with her. At that point, and now snakes are my favorite animals. So I switch absolutely my brain, kind of wash my brain, and now snakes are my favorite animals. So that's something that is beautiful when you can understand, like not just humans, we can understand nature, and everything works so beautifully. And then you can see here, I also have my earrings and then a little tattoo snake. And then come back to the story. The lady, she bring her son, and he was super afraid. He was screaming immediately he saw the snake. So then I was like, come here. He was almost my size because I'm tiny. So then I tell him, I'm like your size, and I touch it. Look how I handle her. And I put it in my hand. The friends that were there were 20 kids. And then he was like, little by little, he was touching the tail, touching the head. At the end, he touched the whole snake. And then he was like, okay, can I get a picture with her? I'm like, sure. Put it on his neck, and I got this picture in my Facebook. He's there with his beautiful face, and the fear was gone. He was just happy.
Wow.
And after like 5 years, I have a lady. I went with the kid, just school, not with the mothers. After 5 years, there's a lady. She came. I was doing a tour, and she's like, can I tell you something? You are the tour guide of my son, because I saw the pictures. and you show him how to handle a snake. Since that moment, he's never been back the same shy boy. Now he's more like active, he wants to know everything. So I can tell you, it's just the same way I am. I used to be afraid, I used to be shy, I used to be, and just learning nature, you can come back to life. It's so beautiful. So
Thank you so very much for your time
you're
and
welcome.
your knowledge.
You're welcome.
I just think she is amazing. So if you go to Gamboa, please try and find Natalia, and I'm sure she'd be an excellent guide. I had dinner at the Korotu restaurant. It was a buffet dinner. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the food was very good. I got a jubilado discount, so instead of paying $28, I think I paid 22. I don't know, I can't do the math. I was a little curious why they were playing 50 Cent in the restaurant Korotu, but it was their birthday, and maybe they had a bottle of bub. This is the Panama Rainforest Discovery Center. They have trails, they have a observation tower. The foundation that funds this was created to honor Panamanian Eugene Eisenman, who was an ornithologist. This could be the beginning of one of those episodes of, I shouldn't be alive or something. Going off on this trail, I think it's called the Pipeline Trail. I tried to go to the Biodiversity Center, but they close at 4. It's 4 o'clock now, and I'm just gonna walk for a bit and then turn around. I think I hear the rain coming from that way. And you can hear thunder, and it's a little eerie because you can hear the howler monkeys in the distance. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's rain. So I'm gonna have to put my phone away. But this is a really cool trail. It's very well marked. It's wide, so you don't feel like snakes are gonna pop out at you. Keep going. Look, I found mushrooms for pizza. There were a couple lightning strikes that were pretty close. I did feel a little nervous having my metal walking stick, but I managed to make it out. This is Texas 110. It's a barbecue restaurant at the property. Open on the weekends, but I think possibly only during high season. If you are going to go walk on the property, wear bug spray. I did not, and I am regretting it. Like every 2 seconds, there were massive, massive mosquitoes on my legs. From one peaceful place to another, Panama truly is amazing.